The state of MMOs in 2025 is weird, to say the least. You have these games that have been running for 20 plus years, then you have games that have only been running for a few years, but aren't doing very well. I myself really enjoy the MMO genre, but I find the new ones very hard to get into, and the old ones are becoming outdated for me. There's still fun to be had in games like World of Warcraft, but I'm looking for that fresh, new experience, and every game that comes out has something blocking that. I really thought Dune Awakening was going to change this for me, and the game is fun, there's a lot of content, and it is very immersive. But once you kind of get out of that starting progression, everything is just too competitive for its own good. Now, competitiveness in MMOs is great, it's fine, but there needs to be some sort of a lure for the more casual aspect, and on the launch at least, there was opportunities for casuals, but the player base completely went competitive focused. Now, I haven't really checked back in with Dune Awakening since that first month of its launch, but I mean, there's fun to be had, but once you kind of get past the starting areas to get to the end game, it's just hard. There's not, unless you're in this big guild where you have to get on, minimum 4 hours a day, there's just not a lot. New World was another game I kind of was tuned into before it came out a few years ago now, and I really like it, but at the time where I was playing it, it was kind of clunky and hard to get into. They've changed some things. I played last year with the Eternum update. That was pretty fun, but the game didn't seem too new player friendly multiplayer wise. Now, maybe that's just my experience, but going back into it recently, it seems to be a lot better, but it's still got some janks to come with an MMO, but there's just something, it just feels a little off. That all being said, New World is experiencing quite a resurgence recently with its player count like doubling over the past few months. So I'm gonna have to hop back in and like really put it to the test. I played Throne and Liberty on launch. I was immediately hooked by the trailer. It looked like a fun, cool game. And I'm not saying that it isn't, but at least in those first 3 to 5 hours of playing, like nothing about it felt unique, special. It just kind of felt like more of the same that I get in the experience in New World, which I already have a level up character on, so why don't I just play that? It felt kind of like WoW with better graphics. It didn't feel like anything insanely unique, and I didn't stick with it. Maybe I should have, and maybe I would have. It's like that meme of the guy mining and he quits right before he finds diamonds. Like maybe that's how it was, but looking at like the reviews and such, it doesn't seem like a lot of people really enjoyed it either. It's been hovering at mixed, going back and forth from mixed. I've seen it be negative a few times on Steam. It just didn't seem like a game that ever took off, and I'm not sure if it's worth getting back into. I will say, out of everything, this trailer is hype as shit. Like, there are some cool looking cinematics like right there in the trailer that it's like, man, I do kind of want to play that. So I mean, maybe I should give it another go, but I don't know. Now, every now and again, there is a new MMO that will catch my eye. So I'm not saying they're all bad. Like Bitcraft Online seems genuinely interesting. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, but just from the trailers and the reviews and people playing it, it seems like it could be a fun game. It's very pretty looking, but it's RuneScape-esque. I'm worried about it being more of the same still. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's solid. It's kind of funny to me, some of the games I've had the most fun playing that are MMOs are games that are not supposed to be MMOs. I love Diablo 4, and it's really not an MMORPG, but it's an ARPG with such online aspects that it feels like an MMO. It feels like I'm being loosely competitive adjacent. and I mean it's a fun title. So yeah, those are my thoughts on MMOs in 2025. It's hard out here, man, but I don't know, something's gonna come out to make this genre an actual viable, playable genre. And I'm hoping that we see less pay-to-win aspects in all these MMOs, and it's just a game where people can create communities together and have fun.